the internal logic of having become one who is the peak predator of some particular hill, in this case, late stage capitalism. Right? So, you've journeyed up that hill. You've made a lot of sacrifices, by the way, in terms of your freedom to be human. And you may painfully feel those sacrifices. Part of what you're going to be the gifted is to be returned that freedom to be human, which is to be a beautiful gift. But you've made those sacrifices. You've done the things, and you've won. You've out-competed on this hill. You're an apex predator in the world of late-stage capitalism. And so to leave that position has a certain sense of vulnerability, right? The armor and the weapons and the skills and the ways of seeing and choosing, of course, the resources that you command, you are very powerful in a particular kind of place. But the problem is this: you're noticing every day that the hill you are king of is going away. And now here's the real question: is the one who is the most canny, right, the one who is the most intent, the king of that hill, would have the capacity to notice that before anyone else and say, whoa, this game is actually now done. Maybe I was well positioned in the old game, but the old game is actually over. It's noticeably depleting. You can look around and say, wow, that the to have won that used to be a very powerful thing. Now it's actually not so powerful a thing. It's actually a little bit depressing, kind of, to be a high status player in that old game. And the invitation actually, therefore, is once you perceive that, to be moving, use that same energy, that same potency that was driving you up that one hill to move over to this new one. But the new one, now you're saying, it's now legible. There's actually a robustness to it. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of techniques and technologies and theories that we can begin to throw out there. And so I had that vision about 15 years ago. And what I hear you saying is that now we're reaching the point where the even players who are playing what I would have called game A, right, cannot help but begin to notice, if they simply pay attention to even their own instincts, that a new game is afoot.
Yeah, and I would perhaps go even further to say the meteorite has already hit and the dinosaurs don't know it yet. And the most canny have seen it hit. I think it's an extinction level event for game A. That's already written in there. And
we've got a little kiosk saying how to become a mammal in 3 easy steps.
Precisely. And I think that's the metamorphosis that's required. That's genuinely the metamorphosis, because we are moving from one sort of economy and biological orchestration model to a different biological orchestration, biological techno orchestration model. And I think that is the transcendence moment. And you're right, like, it's orders of more magnitude, more effective, more powerful, more smarter, emotionally richer, more human. It's genuinely a factor-fold more sort of magnitude, orders of magnitude more powerful in every sense. And that, I think, is, the game B is no longer a competition to game A. Game B transcends game A by factors. And I think that's what's happening.